So that's my D28, 1977. So we're on 70s Martins. Like I said, 70s was a bad time for Martin guitar, and they needed to do something to try and bring back some life into Martin, and this was the result. This is a 1976 Martin D76 Employee. Now this one was presented to a guy called John Peers when John Peers worked for Martin, and then obviously he went off and did his own thing, and you must have heard of John Peers guitar strings. Well, this is the same guy. This was his guitar, and that guy's getting on my tits. And this instrument is one of 96 made. They made 96 of these guitars, one for each employee of the factory in Nazareth. They made 1976 of the D76 model, which is slightly different to this. We got a gold plate on the inside. This has got a paper label. It's the first Martin to have a paper label signed by Chris Martin III. Would you believe that? Indian rosewood back and sides. Okay, there's one thing I need to say about this guitar. This guitar is absolutely mint condition. Okay, I don't know what to say about it. It's not played. It's over 40 years old. I mean, it's got star inlays, and then look at that headstock there. I mean this was groundbreaking for its time, and this is the guitar that they thought would generate some life back into Martin, but it didn't sell very well. I mean, these were given away as project gifts to each individual person, but it's got a fantastic sound. And when you think about it, for the first limited edition, I personally would have thought that they might have put a bit more into this, because it's, in reality, it's a D35 with a little bit of fanciness on it. Quite an expensive guitar as well when it came out. I just don't understand why they didn't add a little bit extra to it, you know. But hey, doesn't have to have any fanciness to sound good, does it? And this does sound good. And a completely different sound again to the D28. A louder instrument because it's got a D35 body. And the top just vibrates, you can feel it. People that play like this, okay, like this, with their hands over the body of the guitar and just go like that. Oh no, you got to let that mother ring. It's not that. Put your hand over there, your arm over there, like that, or there. You're gonna crouch that sound. So get your arm there. And beautiful guitar, and them strings, believe it or not, are 20-year-old on this guitar. I've only changed them. Sorry, no, they're not. That's the other one. I've only changed these strings once. I've had this guitar now 10 years, and I'm watching the scratch plate, because the scratch plate does move at a different pace than the wood and the nitrocelluloid lacquer, because they used to put the scratch plate directly onto bare wood and then coat it after, which is a bad thing, because the nitrocelluloid, the wood and the scratch plate material all shrink and move at different speeds. So this will shrink a lot quicker than the wood, and that's what cracks the guitar. Okay, so I'm keeping an eye on it, and it has started to move slightly. I can see that it has moved a little bit, but at the moment it's looking like a new one, isn't it? I mean, that's over 40 years old, and it's a beaut, and it's a keeper. or is it? I don't know yet. But I think it's going to be a keeper, to be honest. I've had it for a long time, and there's a huge history behind it as well. So that's that. Okay,